Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, here for another terrific Tuesday video. Today I'm going to showcase for you a couple of different stamps from our Occasions catalog. I'm going to be showcasing for you the Strong and Beautiful stamp set. Now this stamp set has a lot of sentiments that are perfect for uplifting and just, you know, great sentiments for a just because a card or caring about you card. I love this stamp set. The other one I'm going to be showcasing is the Crackle Paint, is what this one is called. And this is an amazing background stamp. You can't go wrong having that as your background. Now both of these stamp sets are in our Occasions catalog. That awesome Strong and Beautiful stamp set is $25. And the Crackle is only $16 for the cling mount, the clear. And it is $20 for the wood. And normally I get the clear mount, but I accidentally this time bought the wood, and it's okay. You'll see how I use it, and I think you'll actually might like it even better than buying the background stamps in clear. So this card again is designed to be really quick and simple, and I wanted it to be a card that I could just whip together really fast. I'm making this card in duplication. This card is going to be going to a bunch of different people on my team, and so I wanted it to be something quick and simple yet really pretty, and so I decided to share it with all of you today. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will give you all the dimensions and how I made this awesomely cute card. So I started with a piece of very vanilla cardstock. Now this is cut 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to fold this in half, and this becomes the base of our card for today. And then I have a piece of the soft suede cardstock. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4, and then a piece of the petal pink cardstock cut 5 by 3 3/4. And this is the piece that we're going to be doing some stamping on. And I want to share with you how I do my stamping on these big background stamps. So this is the wood mount. Like I said, I normally don't purchase the wood mount. I did it by mistake, and I needed it, so I didn't have time to just send it back. I needed this for a different project that I was going to be showcasing. So I can't wait for you guys to see those projects that I'll be showcasing next month as well, using the Best Catch. But I was making some of my samples, so I had to use it. So all I've done is inked this up really well, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this piece of cardstock onto my block here with all the ink on it. And then what I'm going to be doing is just pushing this around on all of the corners, pushing it down in the middle, and I'm kind of hanging on to it with one hand while I'm working with the other so that it doesn't slip and it doesn't move. But this is going to give me a really good stamped image. I'm going to pick that up. You can see how awesome that works. And I like doing that better than actually trying to stamp this straight onto a piece of paper or cardstock, because I can actually get it straight myself by positioning it right in the middle of that great big stamp. So look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just gorgeous? So what I did from here is I adhered these two together with some snail adhesive. So let me bring in my snail. Now, I will be showcasing, like I said, projects that I'm doing with the Best Catch on my Facebook Live in a couple of weeks. If you're not part of my Facebook group yet, please search for me. Go to Facebook and search for Kim Vogel's Basement Bunch Stampers. I'd love to have you be part of my group. And if you also join my mailing list, I give free tutorials every single Friday on at least 2 different cards that I'm making or showcasing. So I would love to have you on my mailing list as well. Then I also offer different kinds of ordering promotions and specials as well for Stampin' Up! Products. So encourage you to find me at all of my other outlets as well. So from here I am using some of the variegated ribbon. This is the petal pink and white, and I'm going to be adhering a piece of ribbon around the middle of this. So let me get this in here. And most of you that follow me know how I cheat with my bows. I just put a glue dot on the 2 ends of the ribbon, and I put it around, and I simply just adhere it to the back of the piece of cardstock. And then from there, I'm ready to go ahead and adhere this down to my card base. So I'm going to adhere this down here like that. Then I used one of our pearlized doilies. Now these doilies, I think you get 24 in a pack for $4.50, but you could actually receive these doilies for free as a celebration item. It's one of the items that they added for our 3rd release. So you could actually get one of these, or pack of these doilies for free by placing an order for the other stamp sets and things. So a great way for you to get that. Then what I do is I cut a little piece of ribbon underneath and cut a piece of ribbon, put it underneath this one, and I just tie it around here like so. Nothing too fancy. Then I just kind of tighten it the way I want it to lay. And I'm going to go ahead and trim these ends a little bit, cutting them at an angle. Look how pretty that is. I love this ribbon. I love it. So I try to keep them both about the same size. So that one's still a little too long. So there you go. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to adhere the doily down to the piece of paper as well. Just put a little bit of adhesive on there, and I'm just going to adhere that right down to the middle. Then in advance, I've cut out a starburst punch using the soft suede ink. And then using the 2-inch punch, I also cut out a piece of the, drawing a blank here, the Very Vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment onto this piece of Very Vanilla. I haven't put my stickers on it yet, so I'm sorry. But there's my stamped image. I will cherish you, my true friend. I know I can always count on you. Isn't that awesome? And then I did a little bit of distressing around the edges of this. And with this, I'm just taking my sponge into the ink pad and going around the edges just a little bit. Gives it a little bit more of a vintage look. And I'm going to adhere this to that piece that I already punched out, like so. And then I am going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals here on the back. Oops, I don't need 3 of them. Bring my sample back in. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on to my card. And then using the leaflet punch, I love this leaflet punch, I punched out a couple of leaves using the Mossy Meadow, and I am just going to adhere these with a couple of glue dots. I'm going to stick one in, let me get that up here, one underneath in here like this, and then I'm going to adhere another one up there. And I think the leaves just kind of give it a little bit of dimension that I needed. I felt like after I had made this card, it needed just a little bit something more. But you can see how quick and easy that card went together, and something that I can easily make more of very quickly. I then went ahead and added a few rhinestones to top off my card. Everything is always better with bling. So I'm just going to add a few rhinestones to my card here. And I have a beautiful, oh, that one doesn't have adhesive on it. There we go. So there I have a beautiful, simple little card that I can make more of very, very quickly with an awesome background stamp and an awesome sentiment on that card. Now, again, this stamp set is called Strong and Beautiful, and I love it because it can serve your purpose for Mother's Day, but it's also great for any of your friends who might be suffering from an illness or going through kind of medical treatments, and you just want to give them a little uplifting card to let them know that you're thinking of them. And I love all of these sentiments on that. This is one that I definitely will not be getting rid of because I think it is perfect for those special occasions where you just don't have the words to say what you want to say. So love this stamp set. So anyway, thank you all so very much for stopping today. Make sure you check out my blog at kimsbasementbunch.com. There's also going to be in the description of this video links for joining me on my Facebook Live. I do Facebook Lives every Thursday, so there's links to join my Facebook group and a link there to like my page. And I encourage you to also find me on Pinterest and all the other awesome social media outlets that we have available to us. So thank you all so much for stopping today. I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you all back next week for my next Tuesday video. Have a great week.